All right, I got the first question.
All right, here we go.
So, give me a song off your zombie killing soundtrack.
Too Many Puppies.
Too Many Puppies.
Too Many Puppies.
Yeah, that's a Primus soundtrack. It goes, too many puppies.
Yeah. I'll have to
with
play
guns in the hands.
We'll have to listen to it sometime.
Yeah. I like Dragula, Rob Zombie, man. Dig through the witches and burn. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of this zombie's head.
This is where you, in the horror movie, unnecessarily chose the weed eater instead. Yeah. You could have got the chainsaw, but you went with the weed eater just for effect. You know? Mowing them down.
I would say The Doors, The End.
Okay, fair.
The End. No, that's a good one. Mama be slam. Dun, 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 dun.
Monty.
I love it.
Slam.
Every time you make contact. Just,
Yeah. All right, Chris.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. Your turn.
All right. Okay.
That's a good one.
Do you hear voices too?
There's some twisted ones in there. Crazy. You just go for it.
Don't be afraid to flip a page.
Yeah.
There's fucking 100 right there.
Who are you and why are you in my house? That should have been. We should have led with that one.
Yeah.
What do you? Okay, man. Yeah.
First of all, Matt, we told you this is not your house.
Forgot to lock the door again.
Podcast today, right? Podcast? Yes, Matt. Podcast is today. All right, man.
It's every Thursday. It's like, when's band practice, dude? Every Saturday.
Was the traffic bad?
No, okay. I came a different way. I come past Brawley to get here. So Brawley's not too bad. Downtown is bad.
Yeah, you should always come by.
Yeah. The first time I came, I had to come downtown because I was already halfway downtown anyway. So I had to fight through that traffic.
Yeah, it does depend on where
But
you're at.
But coming from just going past Opry Mills, Brawley Parkway. Whole lot easier.
Slam.
He's still thinking about it.
The shortcut to Jefferson from around here.
Yeah.
That's all shut off. They've got lights now, temporary lights.
Yeah.
Strung up because they're completely redoing under the big viaduct there. They're widening that. I think they're going to put shoulders in and make it safer.
I got you.
But yeah, there's a lot of. Well, you know, that's just that much closer that the stadium is going to be moving north.
Yeah.
The stadium is moving from where it's at to its new place. I'd say that must be maybe.
Do you guys know where that
500
bomb went
yards.
off? You guys heard about
Yeah.
That was before I moved here.
Oh, really?
You know
Yeah.
what?
Oh, I could
The
tell
bomb
you.
that went off?
I can tell
Downtown.
you
That was 2 Christmases ago,
a bit
3?
about it.
Yeah.
Right on 2nd Avenue, we know what it is.
Yeah.
So, do y'all want to talk about the local terrorist, or do you want to talk about?
Moving on.
Because I will
I'm
gladly.
not giving him any credit.
I will gladly give like a local terrorism weather report on every show, just because this guy was particularly considerate terrorist because he like alerted everyone. Hey, there's a bomb. Hey, there's a bomb on a big loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Get away! There's a bomb. Get away! There's a bomb. And then it went off. Nobody got hurt.
Right. He was trying to make a point. He wasn't trying. He wasn't a terrorist to kill people.
Well, he was still a terrorist, but he didn't kill anybody.
Yeah. Different level.
I know.
Yeah. I had the right question.
But it's still preseason.
Oh, what's the worst
Still.
advice you have ever been given?
Worst advice?
Trust me.
Yeah, just fall backwards. It'll be okay. Just stand where everybody else stood and fall backwards, and you'll be fine. I got a real story
As long
about
as you're
that.
nice to me, I would never cheat on you. I don't
No,
know.
that
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Moral of the story.
I'd rather not say because it involves family.
Okay.
And all of the participating members are pretty much dead.
Yeah.
But still,
Slam.
family is tough. You know? So I'll pass on that one. But just no family makes for really difficult situation.
Yeah, it's because you always trust family no matter what. Sometimes. You step first.
Yeah, well, depends on how old you are.
I mean, family, friend or not, dude. You give me a reason not to trust you, and then I won't.
What's the worst profession out there?
What's the worst profession?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know.
I would say a judge. I would hate to determine somebody else's life. That would be hard for me.
Yeah.
Some judges love it.
Yeah.
They get off on it.
Yeah, it's made for some people,
Some
but
don't.
it wouldn't be me. Yeah, because you could change a person's night over life, or in a split second. They could be put away. It could be put to death. They could be, take away from family. I would hate to be that person to make that decision.
For sure.
What's the first concert you ever been to? Mine was a Jackson 5.
Mine was the Beatles.
Pretty cool.
The Beatles.
My first real concert was actually a reggae festival full of like tons of bands. So
That's
I got
cool.
to see a lot of reggae, a lot of new guys going on. I don't know if you guys ever heard that band Pepper. There's this band Pepper. Pretty good, man. It kind of sound like Sublime. I
Okay.
think Sublime with Rome was there as well. So they're pretty good as well.
Check.
What is your... If you could have a superhero power, what would it be?
I should add a footnote to that when I said the Beatles. There's actually a song you've heard of it, Gloria.
Yeah.
G-L-O-R-I. I don't know if you know, but it was written originally by a group called the Shadows of Night. They were a small group out of the suburbs of Chicago, and they used to play at a place called the Basement. And they were a local band, but they were one of those one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
If you remember Gloria, then you remember how
Wait,
it was. You can't do that out of check. Anyway, as I used to listen to them, so if you want to call them a group, I actually heard them long before I heard the Beatles.
Yeah.
But the Beatles were a big deal.
Yeah.
Not impressed at all. Not a fan either.
The superpower, huh?
Yeah. What's your...
Just one?
Yeah.
It can't be like combination. You can use just one.
Pick one first, then give me a combination.
Well, I guess first of all, I'd say flight.
Yeah.
That or super speed, because then I guess if you're the fastest Flash, you're not gonna, you don't need to fly, really.
True.
Or you could just run up and jump and run down, or I don't know,
So I'm about these like Wolverine instant healing powers, which pretty much trumps everything, really.
Here's my question.
Like
though.
it might hurt, dude, but
Yeah,
it trumps every other superpower, right? Like if you could just heal quickly.
Yeah.
True.
Like dude lives through things where you shouldn't like. There should be like a limit to how much you can heal. Like, cause in reality, like there's a limit. Even if you heal fast, there's a limit to how much you can. Like,
Yeah.
You can get so broken and you can't fix it.
Yeah, in the comics, at one point he was ripped in half, and then he had to crawl his way to his legs and then go. Nah.
Of course he did, cause
But my question would be, if you had that unlimited healing power, would you go crazy just to hurt yourself, or just ordinary?
No, I would
With
just
ordinary day.
I would just go about my normal.
But no, you would get a paper cut and it'd be no big deal. But then
No, I'm talking about real cuts, and it's no big deal. I just go about being a badass, and then I get cut all the time, and it doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah.
But no,
you wreck your motorcycle. Okay, cool. You're fine, dude.
But you have to think about, would you do that on purpose, or are you just doing it by accident?
Well, I mean, he never hurts himself on purpose, Wolverine.
Well, no, yeah. Because you could do
Then
some
again,
crazy stuff.
he can't really get drunk or anything either, because his body heals too quickly for the alcohol to take effect.
So that would be a waste of money to buy beer.
He's always drinking and smoking, but it doesn't do anything to him. It's just likes the way it tastes, I guess. I don't know.
I guess mine would be flight.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
To kind of be, not instantly, but just not depend on a car, a vehicle, a plane, or whatever.
Flying's way fast. I
That would
mean,
be
you
cool.
know, especially if you're a fastest.
But if you had
Superman
instant
flyer,
healing
you know?
powers, then just like load me in a slingshot. And just like,
See? You would think of crazy stuff to do. That's because you know you're going to get hurt.
yeah, I'll be fine, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll hurt for how long, you know?
Yeah, what's new? Dude?
I'd be like, oh, here's Chris now. Smash! Slam!
Takes me like a whole 7 minutes to like congeal out of the puddle. Just like,
Like, oh, I'm almost here, boys. Just give me a minute.
what up, guys?
See, you would go crazy. You would do crazy stuff just because you could heal up.
I could, yeah.
The only thing about flight is getting bugs in your eyes. Have you ever rode a motorcycle with no helmet? That's the same thing.
But you could always wear a mask.
Yeah, you have to
right?
wear a mask the whole
You
time.
could just wear a helmet and fly around, you know?
But Superman is not my favorite superhero. Spider-Man is.
Okay.
So there you go. If I could have the ability to swing on webs and stuff, that would be cool.
Spider-Man's pretty cool.
But practically, I'm like, yeah, that probably wouldn't. You'd be in the suburbs, couldn't swing from building to building. It's like then it's useless.
He's only good in New York. Outside of New York, Spider-Man is like. You
It
imagine?
has to be a big city.
You imagine
can only go
Spider-Man
downtown.
running from the cops and he can't like swing from building to building. He has to go like 300 yards that way, right? So he's like trying to like pull himself or something. How would that work, Spider-Man? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
It makes good as a comic book,
So-
a movie. Go for it.
What's the most inappropriate thing that you've ever done in school?
In school, that good lord, you're talking
Yeah.
years, dude.
Anything in school, high school, elementary school.
so something that I did or that I seen someone else do. Because
Yeah.
you know there are a couple.
Somebody else, you've seen somebody else do it.
Yeah, like the stories I've seen other kids do more wild. Like I might got into school suspension maybe 5 times in my whole school career just for
Sure.
something stupid. But then I wasn't like these other kids. There was some other. I convinced this one to take a deuce in the urinal like South Park. And they never found out that it was me that put him up to it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, freaking Chris Manson over here.
So it was like this little trough, dude. And I'm like, okay, y'all need to really update your whole operation.
Yeah.
Because it's a school, dude. There's one trough for the boys and urinals, and that's it. And then, well,
So my older brother and his best friend, I won't mention either of their names, but in elementary school, they fucking decided it was a good idea to water balloon a bunch of these condoms up.
Oh my
They
God.
threw all these condoms all over the school, man, and they fucking didn't. Everybody knew it was them, dude. So the principal calls my mom and he's like, "Yeah, so your boy did something today. I don't
That's
I
not
don't
a
want
good
to
call.
point any fingers, but I think you and your husband need to do a better job of hiding your, your stuff from your kids. Because
Personal hygiene.
today he blew up a bunch of condoms, and I don't know if he realized they wouldn't pop, but now we got a bunch of blown up water balloon condoms laying all over campus.
Those Trojans were extra large.
Yeah.
And there
I don't know
was
why they thought that was a good idea.
4 gallons of water in each.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
there was a way out of my predicament. I knew it took that long for a reason.
Yeah, I never did crazy shit in school, but all the high school dances, dude, there are always girls getting railed in the bathroom, dude. Like, you guys are fucking in the
You getting in
bathroom.
fights in high school or in school in general?
I got in fighting every kind of fight.
I
all
did,
the
but
time.
outside of school, it had nowhere near the campus, so it didn't really matter.
I got in a fight with some guy. I was about maybe fourth grade. There was a 6th grader who was kind of talking trash on me. He used to kind of bully me, kind of try to bully me and my sister, actually. Say a bunch of, rude fucking crazy shit that kids say to each other. Oh, you want to fucking bang your own
kids
sister?
are
Some
mean,
shit like
man.
that.
Kids
Yeah.
are just mean.
So one time I fucking seen him. I was walking with a group of my buddies, dude, and we all had these football jerseys on because I was in football ever since I was 6 years old. And I seen him walking after school, man, and I started chasing him and walking at him and running at him and chasing him. And next thing you know, I'm chasing him down the street, dude, and we're on the we're a mile away from school by this point. And there's all these cars passing, dude, and I just jump on this kid and I'm hitting him. And all of a sudden, all these cars, get off him, get off this kid, man. So I'm fucking, now I'm here looking, and then this guy calls the cops, man. He's all, you're going to juvie, man. You're going to jail, because I guess the word of the story was all these jerseys are jumping this kid, Like, I'm not jumping this kid, man. It's just me, But, yeah, so I got driven home in the cop car, 4th grade. Knock on the door. Hey, your son's a fucking deviant. You guys gotta get a handle on him.
The best fight I was almost in. That's why I label it. The best fight I was almost in. I was, being the class clown, of course, I was cutting up and making this guy mad, though, because I kept clowning on him.
Yeah.
He's tall like you are, and I wasn't that tall back then.
You see it just getting redder and redder.
I could tell it was coming.
Black guy, white guy.
It was a black guy. I could still tell it was coming.
Well, he's still getting flushed, right?
Yeah. So my
Just
thing
steam
is,
coming out of it reminds me of Terry Crews. Right?
Yeah.
I can just see like a vein coming out of this room.
so I saw that I could get
He's got
my hit
muscles on
in.
his head for no reason.
Yeah, when he bent down, I said, all right, I got to get my hit in. But it was a good thing that we were outside, so I got my hit in, and I took off running, and he started chasing after me. He got long legs, he's going to catch up to me. What I did was, I stopped, dropped, and rolled towards his feet, and his face went down in the dirt.
Got him.
Oh, man, I got him twice like that. I said, there's no way he's going to fall for this a third time.
He must have been too bright.
So I was like, I'm going to try it one more time. So I got up and started running again. He started chasing me and saying, like, stop, drop, and roll towards his feet. So that time, he was like, nope, he had enough. It was
next thing you know, you got all the fucking high school coaches. Hey, Monty, you want to join the wrestling team? You on the football team yet?
I only hit him one time, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This girl, I remember this girl. I was already in continuation school by then. I already been dropping out of school, but I went to this continuation school for a while, and there's this big Mexican girl, man, and she kept picking on this little small Mexican girl.
Oh, yeah.
She had like a baby or something, dude. She was a mom, And, dude, so everyone meets up for these two girls to fight after school, dude, and this little Mexican girl just fucking beat the ever-living shit out of this big Mexican girl, dude. This girl kept swinging at her, dude, and she just kept dodging, bing, 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 dude. She beat the hell out of her, dude. And the next day at school, her face was all black and blue. I was like, damn, she really kicked your ass, huh? I guess you won't pick on her again, huh?
Right.
Jeez.
Now we know.
I never seen a little girl fucking beat someone up like that.
And nobody else gonna pick on her either.
Everybody knew, man. She was...
Yeah.
She had
the
a
small ones you gotta watch
shit.
out for.
Yeah, dude, she didn't care, She was like, girl, you fucking...
Right.
I have a fucking 3-year-old, deal with this shit. Fucking high school bully, like, come get it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you consider to be the most important invention of our lifetime?
Oh, of whose lifetime?
I guess we're alive right now.
The most important invention might have come out in 1985, where I didn't quite make the cut.
Yeah.
The internet's probably it.
I would say either the internet or a car.
Yeah, but before us, they were
phones.
like the combustion engines were there, but what the marriage of the internet with the phone.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Because we had the phones. We had wireless phones, but we didn't have the laptop computer in your pocket.
Nuclear fusion water power plant.
Yeah.
They got these big nuclear plants that circulate the ocean water with nuclear power, and they use it to filter water. Yeah, they got that these days.
All right, what's your favorite cereal? What's your favorite breakfast cereal? We gotta talk about it on camera, Jerry.
You talking to me?
Yep.
What's my favorite cereal?
Breakfast cereal. You said.
Grape Nuts.
Yeah. Is there a reason behind it?
When I was younger, we always had Grape Nuts in the house. Nobody else liked them, and so they were always available. And I always could get a really good meal. And I could tell that if you read, what the nutritional value, what they're made of and everything, and just a real high nutritional value meal,
What the hell is Grape Nuts?
I don't know
like
if
some crazy prisoner, dude. Hey,
no.
man, don't fuck with Grape Nuts.
They're not bad. I mean, it's my favorite.
Is it like
probably
Raisin Bran?
It's like Raisin Bran, but
sort
more
of.
granola barish.
It's more granola in it.
Yeah.
My favorite probably it's not crackling oat bran. It's Honey Bunches of Oats, dude. As
Really?
long as it's not like soggy yet, I can go ham on some Honey Bunches of Oats. But if you leave it in the bowl too long, it gets all soggy and gross, right? So you gotta. All right. Well, what just happened? There goes my bishop. All right, cool.
I like honeycomb because you can eat it
That's pretty good.
just a handful full of it, or you can eat it with milk. So any cereal that you can eat, not any cereal, but most cereals, like you can kind of grab a handful of it and eat it either plain or with milk.
I've always liked Frosted Flakes, man.
I love Frosted Flakes.
You gotta eat that quick. You gotta eat that quick though. Like Honey Bunches of Oats go soggy quick.
You know what I used to do on Frosted Flakes is pour syrup on top of it.
No, that'd be good. It's already fucking.
It's already
sugary,
sweet as
man,
shit, but put syrup on top of it. How do you like your eggs? If somebody cook you eggs or you cook your own eggs?
Man, that's a hard one because, over easy. That's pretty good. But then scrambled eggs you can put in anything. You know what I mean?
Mine is scrambled eggs because you kind of add whatever you want to it.
Right.
Let's see. What's the best city you ever been to? Or you can go overseas if you've been overseas, but what's the best city that you like?
mean, cities are cities. Like, I like every city I've been to. There's some redeeming quality to every single one of them. But there's also something to really prosecute them on, too,
I like Laguna Beach, California. Very nice, very clean water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Las Vegas because you can gamble there.
Yeah.
But then all the shows and stuff that are there, I love entertainment. So I need to be entertained.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, Vegas is certainly the place.
There's plenty of shows there.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, there, yeah.
Bishop.
Okay, yeah. Homer, dude. That hurts my feelings.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of cities. I like a lot of cities, but the one I would love to go back to is Las Vegas.
Los Angeles has a lot of cool stuff. They got a lot of culture over there. I love going over there, even though there's a lot of bad areas and stuff. We all know that, but there's a lot of good art and stuff over there. I'm really into that, man. It's like there's a lot of art in that Laguna Beach too, which I kind of like. I kind of just like sunny and art. It's kind of my thing. Anywhere like that.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Pistachio nut.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not a flavor that everybody likes, but something, there's pistachios in the ice cream, but that green ice cream, dude, I just love the way it tastes. I don't know, it doesn't taste like pistachios. It tastes like sweet ice. It kind of tastes like vanilla in a way, but it's different. It has like a little hint of something, but I don't know what it is, because it doesn't really taste like pistachio. It has a very unique taste. Well, I always liked it.
My favorite is cookie and cream because
That's decent.
It's not a nut because I really don't like.
I was
nuts
gonna
in my
say
ice cream,
cookies and cream,
but it has a crunch to it that is not a nut. You know what I'm saying?
But cookie dough has the same.
I like
kind
cookie dough too. Another one is a favorite of mine is like a caramel, like a vanilla mixed with caramel, like a swirl pralines, but not like with nuts either.
Well,
That's kind of what a Snickers ice cream is kind of like.
Nougat.
They got a lot of
Just put some nougat in there, man, like a candy bar.
Yeah, that's Snickers ice cream. Reese's ice cream.
Or just get the candy bars and grind them up in your ice cream.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, man.
Save yourself $5
per cup. So if you get a big thing of ice cream and a big thing of cookies, then. All right, where were we? All right, that's what I want to do.
Which celebrity do you think you'd be best friends with? Or you want to be best friends with?
That's a good question.
I think it'd be fun to hang out with Eddie Murphy. I think he's really fun. Okay, just to hear him talk on an average, he's a really funny person. A person that's not trying to entertain you, but is entertaining you.
Eddie Murphy, man. I think I'd rather hang out with Charlie Murphy.
That too.
I kind of agree with that. Well, while we're on, like Dave Chappelle's whole crew, those guys would be fun to hang out with.
Okay, here's a good one. What was your first impression of me? We'll go around the room and do that one.
First impression of you is this guy is really cool, man. This guy's nice. This guy's funny, first and foremost.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? And, yeah, first impression. You know?
Well, you came over here to look at Jerry's computer one day or something, and we just talked for like 2 minutes in the kitchen. And, I don't even remember what we talked about. I was like, oh, he's cool. And then that, like, back of my mind from there, and then Jerry's like, oh, well, we got to talking about whatever. And I was like, Monty, you remember that guy Monty, like, or the guy, the PC guy that came over?
You know, the thing is with you, I'm like, dude, when I'm talking, this guy's actually listening. He's not just blowing me off, you know. And that's always good quality in people. You see that right away too. First impressions, like, is this guy even listening to what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Can I talk to this guy? If I say something stupid, is he gonna get it? You know what I mean? You're pretty good at that.
You've said plenty of stupid stuff already.
It's all right. That's cool. That's the thing about free speech, man. Like, I have the right to make a fool of myself. You know. It's...
Talking about funny, I got a comedy show this Sunday. Y'all should come to.
Oh man, I'd love to.
I've been thinking about that. I've been wondering about your. Is this a new routine that you've worked out?
Well, not really. Okay, here's what I do. My thing is, when I say I have a comedy show, I bring on other comedians as well, so it's not just me. So I kind of like to push other comedians out there because, you know, nobody's ever heard of them before. They're local comics that want to get on stage and do time. Yep. So I like to say, all right, look, yeah, I put on a comedy show. Do I do jokes? Yeah, I'll go up there and get the crowd warmed up. But it's all about letting them do their passion.
So you're more of an MC.
Yeah. Yeah, I got jokes. I got plenty of jokes.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah, it's all about let me promote somebody else.
So let me ask you a question. Like, when did you start doing comedy?
Man, almost 16, 17 years ago.
And who would you say is, like, one of your biggest influences?
Anybody. Okay, anybody who can get on stage to attempt to make a crowd laugh.
Sure.
Mad respect. Because when I first started, it was Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and then Seinfeld came along, and everybody who, you know, had TV shows in the 90s. So it was the Tim Allens and the Roseanne. Right. Everybody who was coming up, they was comedian first, then they switched over and started doing TV
like
shows.
Eddie Murphy or movies.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So anybody who has the ability to make a crowd laugh, love it. Sometimes it's just their personality, but sometimes it's really well written material. So the way I got started is like, you know, you find your local open mics and people who are doing comedy, you know, in Nashville. And, you know, I would just be a fan, just sit in the audience and be a fan because I just love comedy.
Right.
They
That's
said,
how I feel about music, too.
Yeah.
We go to little venues, I don't even know who's playing. We'll just show up and, you know, they'll have 4 or 5 bands or 3 or whatever. We'll just, you know.
So it got to a point that it was like, well, why don't you try doing it? And I never thought about trying it. So I'm like, all right, I'll try it. So they give you 5 minutes to do comedy, and you go home and write your 5 minutes down. And you're all set. You're going to do it. But to be a comedian is more about just doing jokes, man. I do up there for, you know, I had it written out for 5 minutes, but I did it within 3 minutes because I was just rushing the joke, the joke.
Yeah, looked like you did a bump before you came on stage. Yeah. Don't forget to breathe, dude. You got to breathe in the mic. Don't breathe in the mic, but you got to breathe before you get on the mic.
You got to have stage presence. You got to get comfortable being on the stage and having people, all of them, stare at you.
Yeah. And where are you playing at?
It's a place called the Rusty Nail this Sunday.
The Rusty Nail, that's over there off of Old Hickory.
Yep.
By the Lowe's and the Rusty Nail. That's the one that you go down that little street. It's on the back side.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yep. This Sunday, 7:00. I say 7. It'll start at 7:30. I tell people get there at 7 and get drinks and get food if you need it.
Get comfortable. Yeah.
And then it'll start at 7:30.
Yeah, we could probably do that. So this is coming out from left field, but do you guys believe in ghosts?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I got a loaded question. I made a conversation about that. I've never had any ghost experience, but I love watching other people talk about it.
Sure.
So I kind of don't believe it because it's never happened to me. But at the same time, man, I love to hear people talk about aliens, abduction, and ghosts. So it's like whatever you
I do too.
experienced.
You ever listen to Art Bell Coast to Coast?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can't substantiate any of this. It's all bogus, but I sure enjoy this show. Yeah.
So-
I mean, I've had like I've actually caught some stuff on my phone before. Like,
Really?
Yeah, like, you know, flashes of light moving on my phone. Like, what the hell is that? Because I felt something, and but I've never, you know, like people have been, you know, terrorized by something, but I don't know if it's like drugs or ghosts.
Or it
You
could,
know what I
or it
mean?
could,
It's
it
like-
could just be straight up mental illness or no
right.
drugs or
You know
ghosts.
what I mean?
you know?
I can't really,
It could just be a
tell,
sensory like bad data, man.
because your brain can trick you into seeing anything in the
Yeah.
dark. You know what I mean?
Right, it fills in the blanks for you. When there's nothing to see, it fills in the blanks. And when
Your ears
there's
do
when
the
there's
same
too much
thing,
to
you know
see,
what I mean?
when there's too much to see, it compresses it all into like mush. So you know, so if you're looking in the dark, you're gonna start seeing images after a while. And if you're looking at too much, you're not gonna notice all the little things.
So I think it's your brain tricking you sometimes. But I remember having a 4-poster bed, and at the 4-poster bed, I used to hang my coat on it almost all the time. But in the dark, it looks like a person is standing right there.
Right.
But if you turn on the lights, of course you see it's a coat at the end of your bed.
Yeah.
So do you actually see a ghost, or do you know it's something else?
What I just moved.
Well, you know the Ouija board, right?
Yeah.
So I had a friend's sister
Where
who
was I
she was playing
Now
the
we got a
Ouija
mess.
board, right?
This is
Messing
your
around with
tweet.
the Ouija board,
I moved
and
my
all of a
phone.
sudden she started having
That
these
was
terrible
my
nightmares, you
phone
know,
was right.
Yeah.
saying that like, you know, things were trying to get her and all this stuff, and she didn't do drugs. She was only like 14, you know. But the grandma had she hired a priest to come bless the fucking house, cause she kept having all these nightmares and stuff.
Yeah.
She for the week playing fucking around with the Ouija board. You know what I mean?
Man, I just watched The Pope's Exorcist. Y'all seen that movie?
Yeah.
No.
You seen it?
I've
It was
seen it.
just on Netflix.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. I thought I enjoyed that movie. And it's based off of, you know, true books. I don't know if the books are real or not, but
It's
I know
based
it's
off a book.
you know, well, you know,
They're real books.
but it's
They're real
written
books.
by
They're real fiction books.
it's written by somebody who said that experience happened. So did it really happen,
my movie.
or is it all fiction?
I was gonna say, if a book is written by AI, does that make it a real book?
That's a good question.
Or
I don't
AI
know.
writes a
If
book,
it's-
is it a real book?
Yeah.
if it's written by your grad students, does that make you a doctor?
Yeah, but see, the thing about AI is gonna get really, really tricky because I was thinking about that when it comes to AI pictures. They got a lot of AI pictures out there. So I'm like, now who's the artist? The programmer or the computer itself?
The programmer.
Yeah, but the programmer is not really the artist. It's just he's writing
Sure
the
he is,
program.
because he's controlling the variables. Sure he is.
Yeah.
I'll get the king's hands dirty.
If you could do anything for the rest of your life as like a profession, what would it be?
Guitar.
Guitar, really?
Yeah, me too. I'd for sure play music.
Not a second thought about it.
Yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Man. I'd be in Chris's band.
Oh wait.
That's
Oh.
hilarious.
Oh, wait.
Y'all are living the dream right now.
Oh wait.
Yeah, something like that. We're living something.
Living the dreams.
I still don't know what it is, but we're living.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about you?
I don't know if I want to be entertainer, or just enjoy being more in the public eye. I know it sounds crazy, but you know,
no.
people have podcasts, so people are known for podcasts. People are
Sure.
known for comedy.
Yeah.
People know that they're an actor on TV.
It's
you
not
know,
always
shit.
it's not always entertainment purposes either.
Yeah, but it could vary. It could change. You know, you could be an actor one day. Next thing you know, you got a podcast. It's really famous.
Or you're doing like a public speaking
Yeah.
seminar or whatever.
so who was it I was listening to the other day? Like you're an artist, and it doesn't matter what your canvas is. And
Yeah, that's true.
so is that a concession, Jerry, or is that
Yeah, that's what that
that's game? All right, good game, bro. We won 1 and 1 on camera. I
you
got
win?
him.
I got real aggressive. I
I
was
got
trying
him.
to play a 1 minute game.
He overreached, and I cut his head off, and then it was just a finish the deal.
That's hilarious.
But you know we're 1 and 1 on camera, so yeah. Never mind like the 0 and 10 I was before. Anyway,
It only counts when it's on camera.
right.
That's what she said.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to that one.
To me, you know, that's a. We were talking earlier about the chain and the room and the sex pole. Well, I mean,
The sex pole.
whatever. You get the point.
That's
I
about
love
it.
you, Jerry. That's hilarious,
What
dude.
I'm getting at is, to me, making love to a woman is so intimate, so personal that I wouldn't want to share that with a soul.
Right, that's not for sharing.
I would want it to be just, you know, to me, the act of love itself is so intimate that it's not for others,
Yeah.
and it's certainly not for some movies or pictures or bullshit like that. That's just. maybe
It's
that's
like when
just
you're,
old
it's like
school.
when you're watching porn, and as soon as you're fucking done, or whatever you're done, you're like,
You feel so
you're
gross.
Like, dude. Not only that, but you're like, dude, these people are disgusting. Ugh, dude, like, what's wrong with them?
Then you click on the
And
next
you're the
one.
one. You're like, ugh, dude, this one looks pretty sick.
Yeah. When that thing that was just in her butt that is now in her mouth, that's pretty gross, dude. That's pretty gross. I've seen it.
Ass to mouth. That's hilarious.
Speaking of ass to mouth,
Oh my god.
if you were a human centipede,
Oh my god.
Oh.
who would be in front of
missed
you,
it.
Sitting like
and
this.
who would be behind you? Human centipede.
I don't. Okay, first of all, I don't want to be in the middle.
You have you're in the middle. Now you got to pick who's in front and who's in back.
was right there.
Well, you gotta look at it this way.
I had already
I
moved
kind of
this-
want to be a
the
vegan,
rope
whoever
was
it is, in the
here.
front.
All the people that
Or a keto or whatever. You know, something.
You gotta eat really, really clean. If you're gonna somebody who's gonna be in the
I was trying to
front.
distract
It's
you
never
in this
gonna be
corner,
clean
No,
though. is it?
no.
and then move over here.
Dude,
and then
I
keep
would
the
say-
attention focused over there. Then I'll move. Back
I would
to this
say,
corner, and then
dude,
it
Megan
worked pretty well.
Fox.
I was
You know, Megan Fox and then Machine Gun Kelly, dude. And behind me, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Or with Angelina Jolie and
Yeah,
Brad Pitt
get the
behind me.
initiative.
Dude.
That's
Any
hilarious.
Hollywood
Let's
couple,
go.
I just come between them, dude.
Yeah.
Look, dude, I'm gonna take it from your hot ass wife and I'm gonna get it right back to you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, but you gotta go through me.
Next episode, right?
Like,
You've been watching too much porn.
yeah. There's a lot of Angelina lookalikes on that.
That's hilarious.
Sick bastard.
Where are we at on time? Are we
I don't know. Another 5 minutes.
okay?
I have one more question
Yeah.
Something like that.
or two.
Like I said, you can come up with questions if you want to. I don't care. This is just a helping stepping
Well,
stone.
I think these provoke some interesting responses.
Yeah. These are some crazy ones.
Yeah, dude, Machine Gun Kelly, I'd be like, slam!
That's hilarious. You ain't gonna let that go.
Yeah, I want to shit in that guy's mouth all day, dude. Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I might let this girl shit in my mouth. I don't know, dude. You're in the middle, you have to be. You know?
That's awesome.
If you go back far enough, there really was, like Chicago, you know, Bugsy, you know, Valentine, you know, a lot of murder going on. around
Yeah,
Chicago
they were
during
so good at
Prohibition.
murder that Disney made cartoons about it. They're like Bugsy
And they made money
Bugs
off it,
Moran.
too.
What was it, Bugsy Siegel or Bugs Moran? And then there was this whole cartoon character called Bugs.
Right.
Well, not Bugs Bunny, but then Bugs, like the actual gangster. He was like, "Yeah, boss, yeah, blah 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 blah." But that was the goon. But Bugs was the boss. He was the little wee man, like the little guy. What's the name of that cartoon, man?
I know you're talking about, but I don't even know that if they had names. I remember the cartoon though.
It was Bugsy. His name was Bugsy, like the little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, boss, hear me out. We tie his lips to his asshole, and then we tie the
And
other
we
guy's
hit him.
lips to his asshole.
And then we wrap the barbed wire around the baseball bat. And after we get the baseball bat all wrapped up with the barbed wire, then you hold him real still, Tommy. Tommy, you hold him real still, right? And then, yeah,
Y'all are hilarious.
just like that.
Now you gotta. There's gotta be a question in there.
I think we just raised like 30 questions. Like, where'd you get this like weird?
Are these guys sick, dude? Do any of them have moms?
Where'd you get this Brooklyn character from?
Was this Matt? Is this Matt guy really that dumb?
He's synonymous. Like, is he that dumb?
I love it.
I don't know. Yeah, boss.
Yeah, boss. I'm really that dumb, boss.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Oysters.
Well, I was like my first
Frog legs.
Did jump to.
Yeah, I eaten frog legs.
Did jump to like mussels and like, seafood, but I don't know if that's the weirdest thing I've eaten. No.
It's weird for most people.
I've bitten like the ink sac out of an octopus at the. They have literally octopus. I want to try it.
Oh,
you know,
the octopus
bite its head.
Can be really good. I don't know
Not
about
just
the
the
head,
tentacles.
dude.
They got the head too. That's like the weirdest thing I've ever.
You can have the head. The tentacles.
It had like
are
ink
delicious.
in it, but it's all cooked and with seasoning and stuff. So it wasn't really that bad. Yeah, I'd do it again.
Yeah, dude.
Just to do it.
Like some grilled or fried, like.
It wasn't the worst thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not bad. But the worst thing you'll ever hear of, much less eat, is a fish stick smoothie.
What is that?
Ugh.
Fish stick what?
Smoothie.
A fish stick smoothie.
Yeah.
That sounds nasty.
Dude, isn't there like a special circle of hell for people that do that type of thing?
My friend and I,
like, dude, I heard
Jake
you
had
did
this
a
competition once.
7 circle of hell, man.
The competition was come up with a dish that is just an actual like dish that you can explain and you could serve, but it is still just like the most edible thing you could ever like.
Really?
Technically, this is food, right?
Yeah.
Technically, it's real food. It's not like ground up forks and glass or whatnot. It's a fish stick smoothie with like lots of tartar sauce. Worst possible combination.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
That's pretty gross, dude. I bet there's people like watching this like get. Just think about it.
Okay. Well,
We can't end on that note. We can't end on that note, man. It's just-
I like fish.
Well,
sticks
let's
with tartar
look-
sauce,
yeah,
so
but you don't want it in a smoothie, though.
Yeah,
man.
Okay, but
It's
okay.
just-
When you say smoothie, it means is it just blended up, or
Yeah,
is it
it's
blended
just
up with other
part.
stuff in there?
It's just blended up.
So basically, you put fish in a blender and eat it.
No, fish sticks.
So fish sticks in a blender.
Yeah,
Tartar sauce.
with
And tartar,
sauce.
no. The tartar sauce is what kills me. I'm not a tartar sauce.
That's
person.
what fish. You eat fish sticks with tartar sauce. So
I
it's-
don't.
You know.
I wouldn't
I
want
eat
to.
just fish sticks and ketchup.
I wouldn't want to drink fish sticks.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
can't drink it without the sauce. It has to have like a base, like sauce. You know.
like mayonnaise or
Right.
Yeah.
Something.
Or
Well, that's
pepperoni
even grosser, dude.
juice.
But you know.
So now it's not just blend. Now it's even more watery. Delicious, right?
Dude, it's got like little bones in it.
Nah,
Yeah.
see, that part would kill me. Uh-uh.
Kanye West probably like it.
Oh my God, he didn't. No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I am not a gay fish. Oh, that's too
Okay,
good.
if animals could talk, who would be the smartest animal?
Dolphins.
that was exactly my thought.
Crows.
But
Crows.
Crows.
I would say elephants or dogs.
Yeah, the elephants are
'Cause-
smart.
Because-
Elephants, maybe. Dogs are smart, but smartest.
They
animal.
understand a lot of stuff that we say,
Emotions. They understand emotions
Yeah.
more than anything.
but they can hear a word that we say and understand it.
They
you
are
know,
very
fetch
smart.
And I don't know.
True, but you release dogs into the wild and they just they don't do well.
right.
Because they already tame though.
Right, exactly.
Because if they was
Right, so they couldn't be considered the
It
smartest
depends on the
animal.
breed.
yeah.
To be the smartest animal, you have to be able to live in domestic, circumstance or in the wild.
Yeah.
Because you're the smartest animal, you should be able to do that. Most humans can't even do that.
But see, I would say elephant. Well, they say elephants have good memory.
Sure. Yeah.
So if you got good memory, I mean, you gotta have stuff to talk about. I guess.
A whale would probably know a thing or two.
The thing
Yeah.
about whales, they
Well,
talk for a long
tortoises-
distance, right?
Tortoises live for like 250 years, so
Yeah.
surely they're pretty smart, you know. But you know,
They do.
it's not like they're reading books or something. You know? They're just like turtling around.
Well, my thing is that for a turtle, you would think memory would be a good thing.
yeah, but
You gotta
remember what though? You
remember where they came from and where they get back to.
I remember 150 years ago, I was chewing grass just like I was today. You didn't learn nothing, dude. You didn't learn anything.
The
like-
turtle got the Little Mermaid version.
right. You know, like the Buddhist like wheel of enlightenment, like the wheel of karma, right? So
Yeah.
you go through the different lives until you reach the enlightenment. And every life you learn something different. Well, the tortoise level, like, dude, that's just like limbo. You're not learning anything here, man.
Dude, an orca whale probably knows a thing or two. You know what I mean? Orca whales are pretty smart.
How though? I don't understand.
Okay,
I
they teach
understand
each other. Like they're mammals. They teach each other.
They teach each other stuff,
you
you
know.
know, and they also like hunt very strategically
Together
It's
as a
pretty
pack.
crazy.
Right.
Plus, they're kings of the sea. They have no natural predators in this whole ocean. They eat whales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, look at this one. Wasn't that an orca that the Colt's owner tried to fly from San Diego from the zoo to some refuge they built up by San Francisco somewhere? You didn't hear about
Why
that?
can't they just let
they
it
had some
loose,
plane that they were going to fly this orca. Anyway, he didn't make it to the airport.
I don't think you'll say they lost his luggage.
Get to the airport.
Yeah.
Poor
That's
fucking
funny.
orca. Called Uber.
Yeah. U-Haul. Get a big old U-Haul.
Anyway, it was a very big deal because.
Yeah, because they killed this whale, dude.
Yeah.
Like, do you think this
Free Willy.
Does this look like its natural environment, dude? In the shipping container? Does this look like it belongs here in the shipping crate, dude? No, absolutely not. Why don't we just like put it back where we got it? You know,
Right.
like the.
How are you gonna build a sanctuary
at the
for an
Ripley's,
orca, man? What sanctuary?
Well, they had it offshore. It was like a. It was supposed to be an area that was going to let him acclimate himself. It was in the ocean. It was like some kind of fenced off area that was going to let him, like I said, kind of get used to the salt water, get used to the ocean, and then they were eventually going to let
Except
him go. And
joke's
see if he
on
could
them
make it,
because like now they took him away from his pod, they took him away from his pack,
Yeah.
and then every other pod that he encounters, they're like stranger, outsider, let's kill him.
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
a
like
ton
where's
of
why aren't you a part of a pack, dude? What's wrong with you? Like humans will do the same thing. Why don't you belong to a group?
That's true.
You know, we're mammals. We're the same way. And then now you've got this like rando hobo whale. We've got hobo whale like riding the rails all across the Pacific, right? And he finally meets up with some non-hobo whales, and they got like a nice house. And they're just chilling, right? And then they're like, shit, hobo. You know, like no, we don't trust him. He hadn't had a bath. Who clipped his nails? It looks like humans clipped his hair. Yeah. And then they won't touch him.
But see, okay, but I get what you're saying. My thing when it comes to whales is that any pack of animals will do the exact same thing.
Certainly, any mammalian group. Like baboons.
So why would you say whales would be smarter though? That's the question. Because
I'm not convinced.
A wolf would have a pack.
I think they got the oceans got secrets about the earth that the animals know that we don't.
It's their own world. I get it, but it's I wouldn't know if they.
I would say that a squirrel as a mammal has to be smarter on a day-to-day basis than an animal with no natural predators. Doesn't have to be smart. He can just be a dumb whale. Just, I got no natural predators. But there was one day I was out on a job with my brother, and we saw this albino squirrel.
Really?
Saw a white squirrel. Just like he didn't trust us, obviously, but he was close enough where we could see him, and I saw him 2 or 3 times the 2 or 3 days we were out there. Dude, like, how badass do you have to be a white squirrel and still be alive?
That's true.
You know, like how smart? He's a white squirrel and he's still alive and he's an adult. Figure it out.
Right, all the gray squirrels are like, fucking get him. You know what
Right,
I mean?
all the brown squirrels are like, fucking get him. All the hawks, everything wants him dead.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's hilarious.
Yep. You're the biggest whale, dude. Ain't nobody trying to fuck with you. You're just like, Merp.
You're just too big to have anybody that's that will prey on you.
Just like the tortoise, it's not like you're like watching YouTube or like you're not learning anything, dude. As you're a big whale, you're just floating around, just like bloop bloop. You know, you're not learning anything today, dude. But that squirrel, I promise you, he learned something every minute.
It's because he's fast.
Every minute of every day.
Fast.
He's got to be or he'll die.
Yeah.
He's got to be. He's
like
gotta be quick.
You've never seen
quick.
squirrels having sex. So
No.
they got to be fast.
No, they're just
get in there.
Done, dude. It's over.
You got to think about that. I've never seen squirrels having sex.
If you're a squirrel, every split second you're standing still, you could get shot.
Yeah.
Like every second you're standing still, you're about to get blown away, dude. So
my nerves couldn't handle that.
Well,
It's gonna be on alert all the time.
Squirrel,
yeah,
then, dude.
exactly.
You'd have to be really fucking on point. all the time. Catch you slipping.
That's hilarious.
It's over, man.
Well, what time is it?
No,
That's
enough,
it.
That's enough squirrel world.
We couldn't end on your sad shit. We had to go to a squirrel joke.
Yeah. Hey, and he survived. To my knowledge, that white squirrel is still there.
That's still out there somewhere.
Next week we'll discuss the Ice Age.
Yeah, dude, that fucking squirrel's fucking slam.
That's it. We're gonna end on that note. That's
you can
hilarious.
keep the rest of the movie. I just want to watch the little squirrel, dude. Like Ray Romano, don't care, but the squirrel, man, yeah.